back on me.
I'm going up like Hakeem.
Funko Pop, shout out. Come on. That's
Unfiltered, the truth about oysters. Give it to him. So I did that. Yup, I did. R&B, baby. He delivers. Get your popcorn ready. See ya. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for being here. No BS, OBS, camera zoomed in, and the chat is lit. Stay tuned in. Like Zach Morris, I got detention like the cool kids. I do's this, homie. I thought you knew this. And if you didn't, now you do. Had to prove it. Thanks for watching. What's everybody's favorite topic? Leave a comment in the chat. Refrain from gossip. Stop it. If you hating, there's no debating. Promise, I'm going up like Hakeem. I can't wait to block you. Nah, dog, cause this a party. Get your popcorn ready, we about to get it started. I'm super grateful, thank you all for being with me. How we looking, am I good? Sitting pretty. I'm elated that y'all would take time to kick it with me. Cause I ain't famous, so I'm grateful for the subs you gifting. Shout out to Shadow, I know my guy is always listening. And I appreciate the Bitspire emoji pimpin'. Let's get it, I'ma give you what you came to see. Please hit the follow button for me. We can proceed. R&B, Child's High, class of 03. Shout out to everybody back home and anybody that's in the stream. Shit, let's go. We testing the game. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, look at that. Now, Shadow 1311, I could have swore you subscribed last time we were together. I'm not sure. Either way, super grateful.
Thank you. Far too kind.
What's his name?
Federico.
So how's that possible, Shadow? How do you get to subscribe last week and this week? That's curious. I'm curious what makes you so curious. There's also a lot of love happening in chat. Ladies and gentlemen, when you see those diamonds next to those names, it's because those are VIPs and they get this.
Got a Superman badge that I scored from Shaq with an old school caddy with
Said
the
the diamonds in the chat. Chill, you get it? Diamonds in the chat. You get it. Showing love, Fedman, one time. Thank you so much for being here, bro. They appreciate you. And gotta show love to my dad. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is Father's Day.
U-S-S.
Come on. Testing the game. Oh yeah. And Chucha and Anthony, of course. Arrow Rising. Chill.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Love that. And look, ladies and gentlemen, spring is in the air, huh? It's starting to look very pretty in northern Norway, although it's a little rainy today. I know. But I'm giving y'all a little bit of spring. Can you dig it? You can dig it. Arrow Rising says, it's like a high of 50 degrees and rainy out there, and this guy changes the background to the beautiful sea. You get it? You get it? Believe it or not, it was pretty this morning when I was working on the stream and I was inspired. I was like, you know what? Let me give him a spring day. But I'm glad you caught that, man. Thanks for calling me out on my business. Appreciate you. Shadow says it was the end of the month, and this is the new month. They're just notifications letting you know he is a subscriber for a full 12 months. That's pretty cool. Well, I appreciate that, Shadow. Thank you again, man.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Your love means a great deal, dog. For sure. 12 months. Can y'all believe that? We've been streaming. We do this. I think technically we've been streaming for 2 years. All right, but don't quote me. But that's pretty cool. We are in season 2, but they don't line up with the years. They line up rather with our book reading. All right. Second book, season 2. That's how that goes. All right, but very cool. Shadow's hitting the Billy Jeans in the chat. Let's go on and get this off for him. Shit. Appreciate you, bro. Shadow says, I basically have a monthly subscription to the very best streamer on Twitch. Come on. I don't know about that, but I certainly appreciate you. And since we're here plugging subscriptions and all that, ladies and gentlemen, if you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, then you get 1 free Twitch subscription every month. You're welcome to donate it to your boy or someone else on Twitch. Now, I think you have to be on the computer to do that, sadly. It's super lame. I know many of us watch Twitch on our phones. You can't utilize the Prime subscription thing on a phone for some reason. It's probably because it's all connected to like your Apple Pay or whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, Shadow1311, thank you so much, bro. One more game.
Federico, Fede.
Shit. Arrow Rising says there was a small WWE ad in the top right corner. Oh. Wow. Huh? Look at that. Thank you so much, bro. You guys, huh? Hype Train! Oh, see, that's sad because there was a way cooler Hype Train thing that used to happen. Twitch, something's changed, but that's all right. Ladies and gentlemen, there may be a Hype Train going on. What that means is if you donate subs and bits and do other cool shit, crazy things happen. Now I gotta worry about fixing the Hype Train. It was much cooler before. It was come on, ride that train, and ride it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all, a couple of y'all might remember. But yeah, Fedman started a new Hype Train. Super dope. Ant says, I read this once, but I gotta go back to it. There was a small WWE ad in the top right corner, and he was watching that shit hard. Dope, man. Appreciate you. I love that they're targeting you, because that's, that makes sense. Hopefully everybody gets a different ad. And sorry about that. If you are a subscriber, you don't get any ads, all right? Chucha says, subscribers on fire. Appreciate you. All right, and then Ant says, I've been in Amazon Prime for a long time. We're going to use that thing, Ant. Up next, boobs. They know me. they know me. Good shit. I'm so disappointed about that Hype Train thing. It was so lit before. Now I gotta figure out that it's always something, Twitch, ain't it? Bang. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a cool show lined up for you all. Welcome to it, and thanks for showing up. All right, shout out to Arrow Rising for penning that headline for us. I won't even give you the lineup. We'll just roll with the punches, and we'll go into each segment as you do. First up, we want to acknowledge last week was a celebration of sorts. All right, we did that. As a matter of fact, we were on the road to 75 followers, and we did it. We did it. Hit that other button for him, right? Let him know, man.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that.
All right. So we did. We reached 75. Sorry about that. And we reached 75 followers, and as a result, we hosted a giveaway because Ryan's trying, baby. He's giving back to you. So this was a means of saying thank you. So if you were in the chat last week at the time that we ran the contest, you would have been eligible. And so, ladies and gentlemen, give it up to our contest winner, none other than Miss Wody Whoa. Whoa. Not that one. Wait for it. Here it is.
I was running through the 6 with my woes. You know how that shit go. You know how that shit go. You know how that shit go. Running through the 6 with my woes.
So shout out to her and thank you to everybody that supports the channel. For real, for real, for real. Costs you nothing to be a follower. And I think if you do follow, then you get the go live notifications. You know what I'm saying? And then you can tune in. Shadow says, gotta run, be back later. Sorry, bro. I know you're working, man. Thank you so much for showing up. Appreciate you, man. Thank you again for the love and the subscription, homie. You're the one, pimp. Arrow Rising says, nah, you had that song right the first time. Come on, man. But ladies and gentlemen, what a major milestone for the channel. 75 followers, pretty cool. And again, every time we do something significant, I'm gonna try to give back to y'all because it wouldn't be no fun without you. You know what I'm saying? So Wody is gonna receive movie tickets and a copy of Chucha Barber's children's book, Oscar the Oyster and Rusty the Redfish. Oh yeah. So thank you again to her and to everyone else supporting the show. All right. Chucha says, I'm always contest eligible, but I only win first in chat. Damn it. Damn it! Go on and give Chucha some love if you would.
Choo choo, choo choo, Choo choo, choo choo.
Yeah. Come on, we love you, Ma. Number 8 in your programs, number 1 in your hearts. All right, baby, that's you. All right. After the show last week, I worked on a little bit of music, baby. R&B, testing the game.
Testing the game.
As you do.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't go live with it, as a matter of fact. I'll give you the backstory. How about I play the snippet and then I'll tell you how I got inspired and what it's all about. I don't always get to do this, but this was one of the original concepts for the show. I was thinking to myself, how can I fucking promote my music a little bit more? You know what I mean? So here we are. I'm going to turn down the lo-fi and I'm going to play. I hope you enjoy. It's just a snippet. It's just a snippet of R&B's new remix. Enjoy it. It's called Being Myself, featuring none other than Lil Wayne, as a matter of fact. Play that shit.
We testing the game. Oh yeah.
Being myself, I'm being myself. I'm R&B's, you motherfucker, can't be no one else. This lightweight, better give me the belt, cause off the top, elbow drop, I'm savage as hell. Woo, I'm too pretty, got me kissing myself. You looking for a hit, man? You better find someone else. Sharp shooting with the heart to do it. I got it hot for you like I'm barbecuing. I get your bitches pussy wetter than the charcoal fluid. Cooking up for you like I'm Martha Stewart. Nothing to it, baby, dare me to do it, cause I'ma eat the whole cake, not a bakery, stupid. I got them feeling it, they dancing and moving, man, I might just roll up, dog, hand me the doobie. Dennis the menace, the kid is a nuisance. Pockets so thick, man, you think they was juicing. R&B on the record with Tunchi, man, some things just go together like seaweed and sushi.
Come on!
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. He said some things just go together like seaweed and sushi. Come on. And yes, to my mother's point in the chat, it is a little X-rated. All right, R&B, baby.
We testing the game.
Explicit content, parental advisory, and all that jazz. Go and throw up the artwork for him, R&B. Tell him how we got here, if you would. Hey, another subscriber! Let's go, Arrow Rising. My God, hit it one time. Thank you so much, man. There's a lot of love happening in the live today. I appreciate y'all, for real. Thank you.
Far too kind.
The counter's at the top. We've never reached 20, all right? So if we can do that, I'm gonna do something very special for y'all. I'll remind you, the very first time that R&B went live, recording music on Twitch, somebody gifted us 10 subs. It was amazing.
Thank you. Far too kind.
It was amazing. So here's what happened. Y'all might know Lil Wayne put out a new album recently, The Carter 6. And one of the records on that song is called Being Myself. And I love the sample, I love the vibe, and sometimes I get so inspired that I think if I can find the instrumental, then I'll record my own rendition.
We testing the game.
And sure enough, I was able to. And so I thought it's a sign. So I loaded it up into Pro Tools, and what makes this particular quote-unquote remix special to me is I was able to keep segments of Lil Wayne's original record, and so in a way, it almost feels like we're on a record together, you know what I'm saying? That'd be a fucking dream. But several people have reached out, and so thank you to them. I appreciate the compliments and all. Sadly, I know, Mom, it's not for you, baby. I know. But you did get a mention in the record. All right, I knew you would hate it. I did. So this one, again, it's called Being Myself, and that's a young R&B, as a matter of fact, a little young Rye. And reason being is because Lil Wayne's artwork for his album is like a younger version of himself. I think it's probably him, just with face tats and all that. So you get a little Rye, and this one is exclusive. It's only available on YouTube. Reason being, when I tried to upload it to the SoundCloud, it got flagged for copyright, naturally, because I'm stealing somebody's record, you know what I'm saying? But it's a remix. I don't think we'll get in any trouble. First of all, if we get more than 100 listens, I'll be very impressed by that. Furthermore, Lil Wayne, in my opinion, arguably one of the best mixtape artists there ever was. So if he has a problem with it, I think, that would be very hypocritical, Mr. Carter. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen, Being Myself, available on YouTube. Check me out. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Testing the game. Oh, yeah. All right. Howard Rising says, Crown Royal University, class of 91. It does kind of look like that. Matter of fact, I'll bring it back up one time. So this is a fun fact, and I have a friend who follows me on social media. If you ever see this, Brody, shout out to King's Christian Academy. That was the school that we went to, KCS. And that's my little kindergarten shirt, all right? It clearly oversized, but very cute. And he's rocking the chain. That little boy grew up in Miami, so shout out to him, all right? And to his parents in the chat representing. He's a cute little kid, if I might say so myself. Yeah, all right. But yeah, it does look a little like Crown Royal U. Good shit, man, my man. He also says, ain't that your daddy's alma mater? Matter of fact, good shit, Arrow Rising. I appreciate the jokes, man. Keep them coming, dog. Pause.
That's what she said.
Shoot Your Barber says, did Lil Wayne reach out to you? No, mother, sadly. Sadly, he hasn't, nor his management team. But that's all right. In a related topic, Nicki Minaj dropped a remix to one of the other songs on there. Naturally, she's getting a lot more publicity than your boy, but that's cool. Listen, it's just fun. I had a good time with it. It's just on some rapidy rap. If you're into hip hop, if you like Lil Wayne, let me know what you think of this record. I'd appreciate you.
Thank you.
And again, thank you to everybody that has listened, and for those of you that are showing love, I really do. I appreciate y'all. It means a great deal. It means a great deal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the opportunity to do something different on this show today, something we've never done before, and I'm hoping it might become a recurring segment every now and again. And to make it special, see what I got for you. So if you just hang in there with me for a quick second, let's see if this works out as well as I hope it does. Y'all ready? Let's have fun.
Good defense.
We're going downtown.
Hey, come on, how cute is that? Ladies and gentlemen, a brand new segment. Affectionately, we're gonna refer to it as the box office. Do you get it? It's on brand, right? Box office. We have a delivery. So that was the intro to Ace Ventura. One more again. Shout out to our guy, Jim Carrey. All right, and I hope you'd like that one especially, man. So we've got a package. And so I thought maybe anytime we get a package that's either related to the show or maybe someone gifts us. I don't know, that could happen, sure. What's in the box? That's also part of the game. Yeah, that's from a little movie called Seven, I believe, man. Well done. So that's the idea. We're gonna open this thing together. Now, obviously, I know what it is, but also, shameless plug, if you're a Prime subscriber, see what I did there? Prime subscriber, all right? So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the first time we are opening up,
We testing the game.
a package together on screen. Welcome to the box office. You get it? All right, cool. So Opening this thing up with a pair of scissors. Trying not to cut myself. Doing it for you live. Here we go. Let's give him a drum roll, Rye. What is in the box, a la Brad Pitt? And says, I'm gonna guess Blue Chew. Good one. Good one. He's so funny. God, he's so funny. Y'all know what Blue Chew is? If you don't,
That's what she
I'm
said.
not going. You got to Google that one. All right? Good shit. All right, let's check this out. Dun, 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 dun. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Y'all ready? What do you know? It is Oscar the Oyster and Rusty the Redfish. This is super cool. Ladies and gentlemen, I had the privilege, I think, as she was the first in chatter today, I was the very first, fortunate enough, to pre-order this amazing book. So I'd like to give a little credit and a little love, a little shine in the chat one more time to my mom and maybe one of my greatest supporters, but we're so very proud of you, Mom. This is amazing. Congratulations. Cheer! It is. It's Oscar the Oyster and Rusty the Redfish. It's beautiful. Now, I was fortunate enough to get a signed copy of one of these books, as a matter of fact. But this one is hot off the presses. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, be sure to order yours. Amazon.com. Bang! Oscar the Oyster and Rusty the Redfish. Now, I'm not going to read the book live to you now. Again, I'm hoping maybe we can get a guest narrator. That would be pretty cool. But there she is. Let's go on ahead. Get her in focus there. Shout out to Chucha Barber and her team. I hope I can say this. It's also worth mentioning that this book is illustrated by world-renowned artist Guy Harvey. That's pretty dope. So shout out to old Guy Harvey and what he's been able to do. There's a beautiful dedication here to my niece and Chucha's granddaughter. Shout out to Miss Sophie one time. We love you, baby. So I'm just so very proud of her. Thank you so much, Mom, for giving this to the world. I was very proud to order it. I'm happy to open it live with you all here. Go on and give her some love.
Her name is Chucha. She's getting lit up in the chat.
Chill. Fedman, appreciate that, Brody. He's getting lit. Fedman, we gotta get you a little sound bite, man. I don't know what it'll be, but Aunt, maybe you can help me with that. So here's a fun fact. Sorry for telling tales out of school, but this is true. So Fedman, I was always curious what this name meant, and I asked him one time, and he told me, and I think I've told y'all once or twice before, but it's fun to remember. Fedman used to be a first-person shooter gamer, all right? Bang. And Fedman, I think, is Norwegian for obesity. So when he's killing people in the game, it reads, obesity kills. You get it? That's pretty dope, I think. It's fun. So shout out to Fedman, man. We need a little sound clip for you, bro. Outward Rising says, I'd rather you read that than The Witcher. Damn it, Anthony. Yeah, so Outward Rising, believe it or not, you had asked me to reach out to a couple of my friends at work, and I didn't. Fedman is one of those guys. So when I say this publicly, y'all should know that I hold Fedman in the highest regard. Not obesity, but my friend. And he's brilliant. We love you, bro. And again, thank you for being here and thank you for your support, man. It's a family affair, ladies and gentlemen. All right, one more time. And in hindsight, you know, you're prepping for the show. You're trying to do it all. It's one of these. Ooh, obesity. I like that, bro. Good shit. Fedman, that's something for you to consider later on. That's the English translation. But one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Here, I'll do it over here. Oscar the Oyster and Rusty the Redfish, available for purchase now on Amazon.com. Congratulations, Mom. We love you. We're proud of you. Super. Take them back to the live, baby. Hey.
We testing the game. Oh yeah.
You gotta let it ride a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Happy accident. Let's go.
Being myself, I'm R&B's, motherfucker can't be no one else. This lightweight,
right. He says, it's lightweight. You better give me the belt, cause off the top, I'm savage as hell. Let me break these bars down for you real quick, okay? I don't think anybody's appreciating this well enough, okay? It's lightweight. It's easy for me to rap, okay? That's lightweight. The double entendre is that if I were to fight or wrestle, you're damn right I'd be a lightweight, super lightweight, featherweight, paperweight in this motherfucker. All right, so it's lightweight. Better give me the belt, cause off the top, elbow drop. I'm savage as hell. Let me help you with that. Off the top is that I'm not writing these words. These are all freestyle, okay? Now in wrestling, one of the most iconic wrestlers of all time is Macho Man Randy Savage. Matter of fact, I might even okay? If you know, you know. Macho Man's finisher is the elbow from the top rope. So off the top, elbow drop, I'm savage as hell. Come on! All right, I could do this for days, but ladies and gentlemen, go listen to that remix. It's available on YouTube, my man. All right, Errol Rising says, don't get me emotional this early in the morning, man. You can't be playing that record. Yeah, shout out to Randy Pavo one time. R.I.P. We're having fun. The stream is a gas. Thank you all so much one more time. My only disappointment is that the hype train wasn't as hype as it should have been. I'm sorry about that. I don't even know how to fix it, if you want to know the truth. But we'll try to invest some time into doing that. Coming up next, however, is a segment that I happen to love. It's an opportunity for R&B to tell you about something cool, something noteworthy, something topical. We call it Putting You on the Game. Joan Roa in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Don Diego, I'm so very happy that you're here, Brody. Hang out with us. I promise you'll love it. All right, hang out. Errol Rising says, you gonna tell him about my new invention? Fat man, don't tell nobody. So yeah, that alludes to the conversation that I had with my colleagues internally a day or so ago. So shout out to you, Errol Rising. Hey man, it's your idea. You're welcome to populate the chat, see what comes of it. But we're putting you on the game, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of weeks ago, I had the privilege of telling you about Google's new Veo 3. So if you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. But before I do that, go on and throw up the logo for this week's segment, if you would. All right. So Kalshi, I had no idea what this company is or was, and so I'm going to tell you about it. I wrote some notes, and hopefully you find it interesting. And it is a bit of a piggyback on when I put y'all on the game about Google Veo 3 just recently. All right? So Kalshi.com, or Kalshi Incorporated, is a federally regulated financial exchange that allows users to trade on the outcomes of real-world events. So it's kind of like a betting app, if you will, but it's a bit more sophisticated than that. Essentially, it's a platform where users can buy and sell contracts that pay out whether or not specific events happen. For example, will inflation rise above 4% this month, or will the incumbent win the next US presidential election? Sounds to me like you can bet on just about anything. This is not a paid sponsorship. I'm here to tell you about something that I think is pretty cool. Errol Rising says, Kalshi, shit, ain't that Khaleesi's brother? Come on, wait for it. Get it? Kalshi? Never mind. You get it. All right. Kalshi operates under regulation from the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, or the CFTC, not OBCT. All right, that's a callback. Huh? Yeah, how we doing? Errol Rising says, I think Kalshi is the sole survivor from the India plane crash. My man, he's good. That boy's good. That boy good. All right, so it's under regulation from the CFTC, and it aims to make event-based trading as accessible as stock or commodity trading. Users are not gambling. Yes, they are. They're making informed predictions. As a matter of fact, we got one of those on this show. What's it sound like, if you would? find it. So many buttons.
I got this prediction, ain't no more wishing. Hold on tight, girl, here's what I see.
Alright, so when you got the prediction to make, that's what you hear on this show.
You gon' be kissing on me.
Fedman says, just jump out of the plane, man. What? That's all you gotta do. I don't know if, shame on me, I never thought of that. I never thought of jumping out the fucking plane. Anyway, no parachute. Apparently, users are not gambling. They're making informed predictions backed by data, news, or insights, much like speculating in financial markets. On the platform, users can browse a variety of event markets across categories like politics, economics, weather, pop culture, and more. They can buy yes or no contracts priced between 1 cent and 99, wait for it, depending on the probability of an outcome, profit if the event resolves in the direction that they predicted. In short, Kalshi lets people trade directly on what they believe will happen in the world. All right. Why did I tell you all that? Well, I needed to help you understand what Kalshi is and so that this all makes sense. Long story very long, they created a commercial. In fact, it might be the first ever television commercial produced entirely of AI. It's a groundbreaking television ad which blends AI-generated visuals, script writing, and voiceover, making a major shift in the high-quality creative that can be developed and deployed at scale. Created in under 48 hours, the commercial has aired across major cable networks in the US during prime time NBA, signaling a new era for both advertising and AI in media production. The campaign has generated a lot of buzz online. Viewers have reacted to the unprecedented speed and sophistication of the AI-powered execution. According to YouTuber and filmmaker PJ Ace, who has created the commercial, apparently the ad only took $2,000 and 2 days to create. So they made this commercial for less than 2 bands in 2 days. The AI creation, and let me go on ahead, spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna play y'all the commercial. All right, don't worry about it. The AI creation is an advertisement again for Kalshi, this market where users can place real money trades on real world events. And since the commercial aired during basketball, the ad's AI generated characters, they share whether they want the teams, in this case it was Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers, to win the championship. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think Indiana is currently leading that series 2-1. He's our resident sports expert. Let us know, man. Ryan's trying. The video also features a man in an inflatable pool betting on whether or not the price of eggs will go up. So again, I think you can bet on just, or I don't know, wager. What was it? You're not gambling. Yeah, whatever. After posting the video to the X platform, still Twitter to me. Kalshi confirmed that the commercial was created using Google's VO3. Now that VO3 has been unleashed, the ability to create inexpensive and eye-catching videos is undeniably seductive to advertisers of all types. Bang! So R&B, if you would. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fan of this show, you know that when you see that gradient,
We testing the game.
you gon' get a video. Absolutely. So, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta find it. Here it is. This is the ad. And shout out to Miss Ross one time. Thank you so much for joining the chat, lovely.
Thank you. Far too kind.
This is a television ad that has already aired during NBA playoff basketball, no less, and it was created entirely with AI. Shout out to Florida.
Indiana gonna win, baby.
We're in Florida asking people what they put their money on. I'm all in on OKC.
Indiana got that dog in them.
Will egg prices go up this month?
I think we'll hit $20.
How many hurricanes do you think we'll have this year?
Hurricane season, gotta love that.
Kalshi lets you legally trade on anything, anywhere in the U.S. OKC!
Hey, Chopper report.
OKC!
Bang. So, I'm a little conflicted about all of that. On the one hand, I think it's super dope that AI is being used to create content that's being aired on television. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even sure if television is still the medium of choice anymore. But it's interesting, and I think it's particularly topical because recently I got to put y'all on game. Maybe it was the first time that you saw that on this very show.
Testing the game.
Edward Rising says, everyone over 50 still thinks that all of that shit is real. I happen to believe you, bro. To your point. And that's part of the conversation, right? The idea that these videos are getting so lifelike, it's scary. You know what I mean? It's very difficult to distinguish what's real and what isn't. And even though all of those clips have a tone and a feel, and I think if you're familiar, as you've seen, you know that, oh, that's the VO3 model, right? But soon, very soon, I suspect, it's gonna be mind-blowing for real, okay? I mean, what's it gonna do, Sheldon?
You just keep getting better and better.
It's gonna get better and better and better. But anyway, I share all of that with you because how interesting that we would talk about the concept of VO3 on this show, and only a week or so later, you would see a legitimate TV ad created by and run. Bang! We putting you on the game. I thought it was interesting. I think it is interesting. And again, it's only going to continue to evolve and change over time. It's a very wild time we live in. And I've lost the stream deck, but don't trip on that. Don't trip. Well, okay, bear with me, squad. Don't panic or nothing, right? But, oh God. Minimize. Usually, he's able to fix it. All right, hold on. We're having technical difficulties here, people. Terrible. When I get this shit back, I'm gonna hit the damn. Wait for it. All right, let's do this. No. I'm not sure what's going on. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? All right, we're gonna try something else. Wait for it, squad. We're back. Terrible. I'm not sure why that happened or why it didn't fix itself as it normally does. Fortunately, we got it back. Listen, the sound alerts are a big part of this show, okay? Without those, I feel I'm so exposed out here. But that's fine. Thank y'all for putting up with that. Again, not sure what went down. Seems like there's a couple of bugs in the Matrix today. Chucha says, it sure is. Oh, maybe I need to go back. Error Rising says, my stepmom, a highly educated woman, will see a Photoshop screenshot or meme posted by a satire account and think it's real. So, again, in her defense, some of those memes and videos, they look super real and lifelike. Error Rising says, even before AI shit, you could always be curious and not believe anything you see online, and then do the research and just automatically assume it's fake. It's a sad world to live in, but that's where we're at. Well, thank you for the feedback.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Again, I happen to agree. It's a wild time, and it's happening faster and faster, and things are always changing, and you're gonna wake up in a week and a half, and it's all gonna be crazy. All right. Let's do something fun. Ladies and gentlemen, this very next segment is some of y'all's most favorite. It's an opportunity for maybe you to win prizes. All right, we love that. We love winning prizes. Elwood Rising says, half your gym posts, I just assume you're at the house, dog. How'd you know? Is it that easy to tell? Yeah, Good one. All right, before we launch this next segment, Brigitte Ross is laughing at that. Okay, you're allowed. I'll allow it. Good shit. You got fans that were rising. He's hilarious, ladies and gentlemen, both online and offline. Shout out to him. Hey, let me say this. Sadly, there is no Anthony's part of the show this week. Oh. I know, but because I love him that much.
I'm Anthony, he's Anthony, it's Anthony's part of the show.
Give him a round of applause. He says, I did have a monologue for you. You did. I know, and I appreciate you for that. But he's so clever, ladies and gentlemen, that the news changed, right? I think so. He had some jokes related to Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and then things changed, and it changed the nature of the jokes, and so we just moved on with our lives. But we'll do a monologue very soon. It's a great way to open the show. And again, I so appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
You make me sound funny, and that's dope. All right, this next segment, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what it is. It's the movie preview game! But before we launch into that, let me take you all to the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
See ya! Elroy Rising says, I got the same legs as the green candy box. He also says, how did two dark-haired parents have two red-headed children? I don't know how that works out. Listen, man, it's just one of those old-timey things, bro. You just gotta accept it. Don't ask no questions. But it's cute, right? You know what I'm saying? It's cute. But fair play. Fair play to you. Loving the jokes. R&B, if you would, throw up the movie preview game strap. Bang, there it is. If anybody is brand new to this show, let me tell y'all what's about to happen. The movie preview game is an opportunity for you to win prizes.
You like popcorn?
Huh? Makes your teeth go.
Teeth go. Pop, 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 pop.
And Horizon says, the milkman back in the 50s, he was hitting that. Chucha says, recessive genes.
Her name is Chucha. She's getting lit up in the chat.
All right, that strap that you see on screen, that is a one of one. The movie preview game. I play a movie trailer for you, and you have to be the first person to tell us the correct name of the film in the chat. And if you win 3 times, R&B is gonna take you to the movies, all right? Last week, we had a new follower, and you can see their name still remains at the very top. And let's go ahead and welcome them to the screen because my 3 colleagues were together at a cabin in Oslo, and they tuned into the live, and they won.
Are you ready?
Wait for it.
Tell us what to do.
Come on.
You think you could tell us what to wear?
Think you're better?
You think that you're better?
Better get ready.
Well, you better get ready.
Come on.
Bow to the masters.
And then what?
Break it down!
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, and I have to read this very carefully, the name is still difficult for me to pronounce. I'm sorry about that. It just is what it is. It's the alliteration. But shout out to Burgo Bolern, all right? Say that 4 times fast. But these are my lovely colleagues, and what a very cute photo. Thank you all for sharing that. I hope it's cool that I put it on the live. It's just y'all watching anyway. I mean, what are we talking about? But how cool! Y'all went hiking. Those are the views somewhere outside of Oslo. Very dope. Now look, 3 minds, you know what I'm saying? There's got to be a little asterisk next to that win, but we're still very proud of you. Bang. So they are this week's defending champion. You see their name at the bottom of the screen. All right, now we also want to recognize our former champions. So without further ado, pull up the movie preview game leaderboard. There it is. And a couple of special acknowledgments. First of all, Arrow Rising is a 20-time champion. 20 times. That's impressive, as all get out. And then we also want to acknowledge Joan Rowan. So Joan was part of that squad. He was the guy holding the walking stick in the photo. And because he technically won a third time, Joan's going to the movies. And I keep the receipts. So ladies and gentlemen, this is evidence of R&B making good. If you would, shout him out. Look at that. Joan Rowan. He's going to the movies. He's got to tell us what he watches when he does. And I may even have something extra special. When you're a champion on the show, you get some entrance music and a theme and all that. And so this one is a very cool one. And so I hope this plays as well as I hope it does. This is Don Diego's special theme. Come on!
Out of the night, when the full moon is bright, comes a horseman known as Zorro.
Let it ride.
This bold renegade carves a Z with his blade, a Z that stands for Zorro.
It's cool, right? It's cool.
Zorro, the fox so cunning and free. Zorro, who makes the sign of the Z.
Wait for it. Tell him, Don Diego.
I am known by many names, but you can call me Zorro.
Bang! Let's go! Come on, that's pretty cool. I don't care who you are. I think that's cool. All right, one more time. So hand claps all around to our defending champion, Virgo Bolern and Don Diego. Couple of acknowledgments in the chat. Arrow Rising had said, I'm still a little suspicious. A group effort, put that asterisk next to their name on the leaderboard. Don't you worry, buddy. There's an asterisk there, my man. He also says, Bolieve. If you know, you know. That would have been a good theme song. I didn't think of that. Oh, Joan says outside of Bergen. I was wrong. I said Oslo. It's outside of Bergen. Thank you for correcting me.
Thank you. Far too kind.
How about this? Naturally, I wasn't invited, so no, it's cool. It's in a whole other part of the country. They all work together. It's fine. I gotta check it in the savings. They're separate. Fedman says clap in the chat. Bang. Shout out to Fedman. Chucha Barbara, I always have dad do more. One mind isn't necessarily an asset. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, I think many of us want to know. Tell him.
I wanna know, Rusty. I want him to show me.
You get it? We want to know. We don't know where Russ is. Dad, I hope you're around, man, because this is your opportunity to shine, baby. Come on, let's get a win. Let's get a couple of new names on the leaderboard. Arrow Rising says, I hope they're going to both DGPT events outside of Oslo. Disc Golf Pro Tour. I would highly doubt that, but maybe they are. Shout out to them. You'll have to work that out amongst yourselves. All right. I told y'all this a few minutes ago, but when you see this preview game gradient on screen, it means I'm gonna play you a trailer or a video or something, and this is the movie preview game, so that's exactly what you can expect. Overs and Oslo. So y'all need to coordinate on that. If you're into disc golf, ladies and gentlemen, check it out. Anthony, Arrow Rising, he'll put you in the game. It'll be great. All right, so this is it. Everybody that's tuned in, whether you've acknowledged yourselves in the chat or not, that's okay. This is an opportunity for you to win the coveted movie preview game belt and all the glory that comes with it, okay? I'm gonna play the button. I'm gonna play the movie in a second. Hit the button, play the movie, and you just have to be the first person. Now, the only real rules of this game are One, you gotta spell it right, okay? And it's gotta be the full movie title. If it's a sequel or something, you gotta have the full title. All right, those are the only hints you get. The only other advantage I'll give you is that I typically play trailers that I think are cool. So if you know me, then
You're testing the game.
but not always.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. And I don't tell anybody anything before the show. I pick something that I think is coming up that looks good. So without further ado, I'm gonna turn down the lo-fi. Everybody get ready, okay? Because this is your time. This is this week's movie preview game. Best of luck, contestants.
What the hell happened?
So last call. Drink them if you got them.
Let's go back to your place so you can take advantage of my poor judgment.
Zoe Kravitz.
Depend on your poor judgment.
I want to know if I can take this seriously.
What do you need to take us seriously?
Come on, kids, get a room.
Sorry, Miss Lady.
Fucking Julius.
Oi! What the fuck you doing, geezer? Is that the best you can do?
Look at your boy from Game of Thrones,
I need you
man.
to take care of my cat.
I like cats.
I like dogs.
Caught stealing. Bang!
He's rushed
Well done, Arrow Rising. He's a 21-time champion, ladies and gentlemen. He's tough to beat. Joan said Eddington. Not bad. That wasn't it, though, my friend. It is, as a matter of fact, caught stealing.
dog. Either I get what I want or my pistol stuck from me.
That's Bad Bunny, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe
These
that?
guys you messed up with, they're scary monsters.
I don't know anything.
Sweep me the fucking edge, you swat!
What the fuck did you get me into?
Darling, you got to let me know.
Welcome to Narnia.
Should I stay or should I
How
go?
much is there? Over 4 minutes.
Everyone gets a cut. The Russians, the Puerto Ricans, the Hebrews.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh.
I do know that, Arrow Rising. As a matter of fact, I said Game of Thrones.
You
It's,
run away from
it's
what you're
branded
afraid
Game of
of.
Thrones.
Then it owns you.
Buckle your seatbelt.
Should I stay or should I go?
Damon. Exactly. I shouldn't do this over the trailer, but fuck, since we're here.
What the fuck is going on?
Hasta aquí llegaste, cabrón.
Either we go deeper or pick it up.
It's the Elvis guy. It is. He was also in a little movie called Dune, amongst other things. But yeah, Austin Butler.
I need to know that you're a guy that can
It's
take
the
care of this
Elvis
shit.
guy. Good shit, Fed Man.
I can handle it.
That's also if anybody's keeping score. Look at those names,
I
huh?
don't suppose you're Jewish, are you?
Skinny boy.
Adam's
You're
family.
not better.
Huh? Jesus.
I like you, Hank.
Let's go! August 29th. Did y'all see that too? Don't worry. I'll bring it back for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was this week's movie preview game. He don't know what I'm gonna pick. I don't know what I'm gonna pick. He gets this.
You think you know me?
On this day, I see clearly everything has come to life.
Shout out to you,
In a broken dream.
ladies and gentlemen, 21-time champion. Give it up. All right, wait for it. Got something here for you. There it is. Caught stealing. So well done, Arrow Rising. We'll be updating the leaderboard. The next opportunity for you to win, my good guy, is 25. Bang. So when you get to 25, and you will, we'll take you back to the movies. And you got some movie tickets just recently for having won 20. Did you see anything yet? Or we're saving that for something coming up? And said, first scene, I knew it right away, and my mind blacked out. And I thought I was gonna lose. Well, you didn't. Well done. I also saw that you said this came up for you when you were watching Mission Impossible. Fedman and I happened to see Mission Impossible together in theaters. We didn't see this shit, did we, bro? No, we didn't. But it looks good. Let me tell you all about it. Arrow Rising says, we were in our 20s there. It seems like 7 years ago. Oh, in the photo? Yeah. He also says, yeah, I went and saw Mission Impossible. Yeah, I got out. Cool, man. But I don't think that's what you use the movie tickets on, is it? Maybe it is. I don't know. Either way, congrats. Caught Stealing. This one's coming out on my birthday, August 29th, same as Michael Jackson. If you know, you know. Directed by Darren Aronofsky. Written by Charlie Hudson, it was an adaptation of a novel, and it stars Austin Butler, Zoe Kravitz, Regina King, Vincent D'Onofrio, Matt Smith, Liev Schreiber, and I mentioned Bad Bunny makes a cameo. The synopsis, I don't know if you picked it up from the trailer, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. It's a former baseball phenom. He turns bartender and gets swept into a shadowy criminal web in the 1990s New York. After he agrees to watch a friend's cat, only to find himself entangled with dangerous underworld figures. Aronofsky's return to a gritty crime storytelling features intense character work and a rich ensemble. Once more, airing in theaters August 29th. It looks like a good one. Caught Stealing. I really like Austin Butler. I think he's come into his own, especially after Elvis. Well done, Fedman. But it looks good. Looks fun, entertaining. I probably won't see that one in theaters. I'll wait for it to come on, but then we'll be sure to talk about it on screen. You know what I'm talking about? Chucha says he saw the trailer for Caught Stealing. Yeah, he did. I don't know. So he says. And says, I always knew it was Ingrid Bergman's birthday. Is it? I didn't know that. I happen to love Ingrid Bergman's daddy, Edgar Bergen. And I'm serious. Charlie McCarthy and them. Let him know. You gonna let him know. Ingrid Bergen, she had a TV show. What was that called? I forget. Somebody in the chat's gonna know that. Hit us one time. Ingrid Bergen. She was kind of bad too. Shit. Kind of bad. Chucha, let us know what old Ingrid Bergen's show was. I remember you liking that show, if I'm not mistaken. Bergman. Yeah. Ain't that what I said? I don't know. Ingrid Bergman? Is it not Edgar Bergen's daughter? I don't know. All right. Yeah, I'm remiss. Sometimes the jokes go well over my head because I can't hear you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reading and shit. I'm thinking, am I wrong on the Edgar Bergen thing? Fuck it. Fuck it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was this week's movie preview game. Congratulations to our 21-time champion, Arrow Rising. And I gotta make sure to clear all these little things because I always miss one. Edgar Bergen is a real person, yes, but Ingrid Bergen, no relation. Damn it. Okay. Fun fact, what is Edgar Bergen's daughter's name? Okay, don't worry, I'll wait. Edgar Bergen's daughter. Somebody tell me that shit. I gotta look it up because y'all ain't fast enough, apparently. Let's see. Candace. Hell no. Her real name's Clarence. I'm telling you. Wait for it. Candace Bergen. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. I can admit when I'm wrong. Was she on a show? Was she on a show? Yeah, American actress. Golden Globe. Somebody tell me what show she ran on. Murphy's Law. There it is. Well done. That's who I was thinking. All right, so I was way off. Hey, sorry about that. Why did I think her name was Ingrid Bergen? Probably Edgar and Ingrid. I don't know. Candace Bergen. Yes, of course. It makes sense now. Hindsight, baby. 2020. I'm getting old, folks. 40 years old. Goddamn. God dang. All right. That was a fun little sidebar. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is where R&B gets to tell you about some movies, some TV series, maybe a stand-up special or two that he's seen in the last week or so. So if you're into movies and film and all that jazz, stick around. But first, we're gonna hit you with the montage brought to you by none other than our good guy, Arrow Rising. Enjoy this.
It's only a movie.
Just look over your shoulders, honey.
Yeah!
Good morning, Vietnam!
Yo,
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns that would necessitate an entire rack.
Snakes? Snakes. I don't know no snakes.
Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Hey, you guys!
Enjoy your remaining years.
I will. Enjoy fucking Jules.
I will.
That Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ace.
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Alrighty then.
Get your popcorn ready.
We testing the game. Oh, yeah.
I gotta do it again to myself. I read Murphy's Law because that's what you wrote, and I thought to myself, yeah, that's it. Murphy Brown, of course. Thank you so much. That's a throwback and a half. I don't even remember what that show was about. I just remember she was a businesswoman. I thought she was very classy, okay? And I thought maybe Chucha, I thought you liked Murphy Brown. Was she an attorney? Maybe it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Keep this thing rolling. All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, R&B's movie series review. I typically start low and I end high. What I mean by that is I'll tell you which ones I didn't love as much, and hopefully we will land on a good one for your pick of the week. All right? Now look, we've been streaming pretty consistently, all right? And we had a super mega movie review just recently. I gave you 10 titles, and then last week, I think we almost had 5, if you can believe that, which is a mega movie review. This week, I've got 3. 3, though.
We testing the game.
And let me say this. While they're not great, they're all pretty good, all right? They're pretty good. So I'll say that on record. The first one, ladies and gentlemen, coming at you, directed. I gotta reread it. Directed and written by an individual named Tyler Perry. It's called Straw. And it's available right now on Netflix. Now let me preface, before you go into watching this movie, get your tissue boxes ready, okay? Get them handy. Get them handy. It's a tearjerker in a sense. I'll tell you all about it. First of all, it stars Taraji P. Henson. She does an amazing job. Shout out to her. I respect her a lot. Sherry Shepherd, Tiana Taylor, Sinbad. Shout out to our guy Sinbad. I think it's his first role since sadly suffering a stroke. As a matter of fact, I think he did. But yeah, shout out to Tyler Perry for casting Sinbad, man. Good to see him. And Rockman Dunbar. The synopsis is as follows. A single Mother's Day spirals from bad to catastrophic. Eviction, job loss, losing custody of her sick daughter, culminating in a bank standoff. A harrowing twist reveals, I'm not even gonna tell y'all that. Don't even do it to him. I don't know why I even wrote that shit, okay? No spoilers on this show. But it's a cool movie. Henson's performance is widely praised, absolutely. Audiences, however, are a little divided, with some lauding its emotional impact and others critiquing its melodramatic turns. I've seen a lot of clips online, and so I thought that was important to convey. I'll let y'all watch the movie and tell it for yourself. It's available for streaming on Netflix, but wait. You know what it means. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I'm gonna give it to you. Of course I am. Ladies and gentlemen, I've only got 3 movies this week, so I've got the trailer for each one. I want to put y'all on game if you haven't seen them. Hopefully it'll entice you to do that. We can talk more about it offline if you're not there. So check this out. This is the movie trailer for Straw. Amazing performance.
I didn't mean to do this. Something inside of me broke. I told them I need my money to get my daughter's medicine. She's sick. I just need to cash my check, that's all. No, God! Please, come on out. I just want to do what's right for my baby.
It was good.
Lock the door. Tell him close.
Anybody see this in the chat? Not yet?
We need to figure this out. I don't want you to get hurt. I got put out today. We have nowhere to live.
Check it out, Ma. I think you'll dig it for real.
You want to kill me? You want to blame me for robbing this bank, and I didn't do it.
She gives a hell of a performance. Shout out.
Nobody ever helped me.
This is bad, Janaya.
This is not your average bank robbery. This is about giving her a chance. It seems like you had a lot to get over today.
Strong. Oh, yeah. Chucha says, is it sad? It is a little sad. It is a little sad. Harold Rising says, Tyler Perry movie? I'm out. Yeah, some people don't love Tyler Perry's work, but this one's good, man. You should check it out. It's on Netflix. Should be freely available to you. Freely available. You should pay for the privilege to watch it, I guess. But it's a good flick. It's entertaining enough. It is a little sad. I will say that the one critique that I have for it is it dragged on a little bit for me. I just felt like there were scenes where I was like, we can move this shit along. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I mean, this poor woman, she goes through so much in a single day. And it's pretty heartbreaking. And in the end, it's a thing. Edward Rising says, I said what I said. Fair enough. And then he says, Dragon, underrated Rough Rider, as a matter of fact. Shout out to you, Dragon, being hot. I used to like Dragon. He has like 2 songs on his whole album that are good. Fucking Dragon. But yeah, shout out to Rough Riders in there. Where my dogs at? I'm glad you knew that, man. My guy. So one more time, throw up the poster if you would. There it is. Bang. It's called Straw, and it is streaming now on Netflix. It's a little sad, but it's a good movie. One more time, shout out to Miss Taraji P. Henson. Amazing job. Amazing performance by her. So that was your first movie this week, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. We testing the game.
Oh, yeah.
I only got 2 more for you. The next one, a lot of fun. I like it. It's a sequel, and it stars an actor that I happen to really admire and appreciate, Mr. Ben Affleck. It is called The Accountant 2. Chip! Edward Rising says, I do like Taraji. At times, I feel like she overacts, but hey, whoop that trick. Get it, whoop that trick. I agree. And all of that. There are moments where she overacts a little bit, and in this one, I think one could make the claim, but it's very emotional, it's very heartfelt, and she does a great job, and it's very believable. Let me say that shit, because that's not easy to do. But we're now talking about The Accountant 2, directed by Gavin O'Connor and written by Bill Dumbuk. I don't know if I say that correctly, sorry. And it stars Ben Affleck, John Bernthal, Cynthia Addai Robinson, J.K. Simmons, and Daniela Pineda, to name a few. Shout out to them boys. Synopsis, you ready? Christian Wolf, the brilliant crime-solving accountant, teams up with his estranged brother to unravel a Treasury's director's murder, leading to a high-stakes battle against those manipulating in global finance. Let me say this, if you've seen the first one, I really loved it because you hadn't seen something like that exactly on screen. Ben Affleck plays a savant of sorts. He has like a gifted mind, and he plays an accountant in the first one, hence the title of the movie. In this one, he's not a goddamn accountant at all. It's a sequel, so I had to keep with the name, I guess, but it's more like a Jason Bourne meets Beautiful Mind. That's how I felt watching this shit. Ant says, I got something for you. John Bernthal is married to Kurt Angle's niece. Dang, that's a fun fact. How about that? If y'all know Kurt Angle, I won't explain that if I don't have to. But no, I didn't know that. That's cool, man. That's a very fun fact. So, The movie has received generally positive reviews, praise for deeper emotional arcs between the brothers in the film. It debuted theatrically on April 25th of this year. It is currently streaming on Amazon Prime. But wait, children, I told y'all, I got 3 movies, I got 3 trailers. Let's make it fun, you know what I'm saying? Dad, I don't know if you're still there, man, but this one's for you, bro. John Roa says character development. Yeah, what did I say? Generally positive reviews, praise for deeper emotional arc. Did I say character development? I don't know, man. You lost me. It's all right. Yeah, man, we're building character. That's all I got. Arrow Rising says, if I'm in the right mood, I'll give it a watch just because I like both of them. As you should, and let the trailer do the heavy lifting, Rye. Go on and show it to him. Enjoy The Accountant 2. Oh, yeah, that was it.
I spent years looking for you. Do you not miss me because of me, or is it
well done, Joel?
Your condition? I'm just me.
Welcome to the Boise Romance Festival.
How are you?
I just love accountants.
That's a coincidence.
I like camping.
So do I.
I thought I saw an Airstream in one of your photos.
Yes, that's my home. That's where I live.
Oh, permanently.
Hold that thought,
as long as I'm
Rising.
alive, eventually this body will be a corpse.
What do you mean you reverse engineered our algorithm?
By tokenizing your questions in an embedding matrix and generating a predictive model for the most effective answers, which I provided.
Good morning, Dreamboat. Could we discuss business now?
Go.
Do you like puzzles, Mr. Wolf? Ray King has been murdered. I need your help to finish the job he started.
Well, how does this all connect?
Most brains see a pattern that's familiar. My brain doesn't work that way.
Braxton? It's me, your brother. Can you be in California in 24 hours?
How about just call it? How have you
He's
been?
on the spectrum a little
Merry
bit.
Christmas. Happy birthday. But it's not your birthday. Birthday's November 11th. Unbelievable.
Was your brother up to speed on the case?
So it's been a minute.
Braxton, thank you for coming. I'm really glad you're here.
Did you tell you to say that?
Yeah. Are you happy, Braxton?
lives in an
Why wouldn't I
Airstream.
be happy? You're transient, you have no significant other, or...
Do what I want when I want it. Have gun, will travel. I mean, yeah. I think we gotta go get drunk.
That's my big brother up there.
That was some dancing. Here in cowboy country, we don't mess with another man's girl.
You're from Glendale, Gerald.
It's okay. My brother wasn't having a good time tonight, but now he will.
Is there anything in this world better than punching somebody in the face who's got it coming?
No. Yes.
I got the number. How you like that, man?
We go over the plan again?
Plan?
Braxton. Thank you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Who trained these boys? You know what I'm saying? Really? Military excellence.
What are you doing?
I'm applying sunscreen when twice as likely to develop melanoma as adults.
Can I get a little bit of this?
Yeah, sure.
This is some shit I would do. Let's go. All right. Got some love happening in the chat. Arrow Rising says, I feel like I watched the original, but maybe not. Is it necessary to watch the first one? Well, the short answer is yes. I think it would be helpful to watch the first one. Now, necessary, no, because again, what I loved most about the first one is that, and here, let's throw that poster up so y'all can see this. What I love most about the first one was Ben Affleck's character is kind of introduced as this savant, and he literally is an accountant. He's hired to be that, but his mind works in such a way that he can put things together, things that other people, normies, can't see. And that's what made it kind of great. And then action ensues, and that also makes it great. Now, I don't recall if they tell you his backstory. Like, how is it that he's so proficient in martial arts and gunplay and all that? We digress. In this one, naturally, he still has the capabilities and all that, but he's not an accountant, okay? But I guess they're calling him that, like that's his call sign or whatever. So, all right. But then he has this brother who's also like extremely gifted in gunplay and martial arts and shit. It's like, how you do that? You know what I'm saying? They don't give you the backstory. What I did love about the second one, no spoilers, is that they give you additional insights to other individuals with his condition, if I could call it that. His brother refers to it as a condition in the film. Maybe that's why I refer to it that way. But it's special. He's got abilities, I guess, and they're just different. But it's very cool. It's entertaining. It's action-packed. It's a little over the top, in my opinion, in that sense, but fun. And I will stamp it as an entertaining watch. Bang. The Accountant 2. Our Rising hit me with the quote. He says, in 20 years, if you're still living here, coming over to my house, watching the Patriots game, still working construction, I'm gonna fucking kill you, all right? That's not a threat, that's a fucking promise, all right? Shout out to Goodwill Hunting, bang. You know the best part of my day is driving up to your house and just not knowing if you're gonna come outside. No goodbyes, no see you laters. You're just like, so good. Shout out to Robin Williams. All right, can't say too much more about it. If you haven't seen it, one more time, it is available on Amazon Prime. Use those Prime subscriptions. Bang. All right, I told you I have 3. 3 is what I've got.
We testing the game.
I ain't got a lot. Not a lot is what I got, right, Ant? This one. Ladies and gentlemen, your movie series pick of the week.
Bang, bang.
All right, it's your pick of the week, and it is great. And I say great intentionally because I personally loved it. I loved it. Now look. Series is in films, it's all subjective. What I like, you might not like. That's okay. This is my show, ladies and gentlemen.
We testing the game.
And I love it. And I'm gonna throw up the poster. Hopefully y'all know about it. We've talked about the first season once before. This is the second season. Ladies and gentlemen, Tires. Hilarious. I find it to be hilarious, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, created by Shane Gillis, Steve Gerben, and John McKeever. I think John also directed season 2. It stars comedian Shane Gillis, Steve Gerben, Chris O'Connor, Stavros Halkias. He's Greek. It's all Greek to me. Stavros. And this season has guest appearances by Vince Vaughn, Ron White, Thomas Hayden Church, and John Lovett. So it's got some very notable people in this season, which is really, really cool. But regardless of all that, it's fun. Y'all know we love The Office.
That's what she said.
And in my mind, it has that vibe. I think it's the style in which they shoot it. It's just good. It's fun. And I think Shane Gillis is brilliant. Shout out to him. Chucha says, I'm gonna watch it. Bang, go girl, please do that for me. Arrow Rising says, it's definitely a guy's show, but it's great. Early 2000s comedy is back, baby. Let's go. Now look, let me say this openly and on record. I would love the opportunity to feature in a show like this. I think Arrow Rising could write it and also star in it. And I think, Chucha, if you wanted to, you could help produce it, if not direct it. Bang, I said it. And what I love about it, again, is that it doesn't feel super polished. Like when you watch this show, it's not like you're watching a multi-million-dollar production. I don't know what it costs to make, but it feels like, a little grimy. And it's about a tire shop. In fact, I'll tell you the synopsis. In this workplace sitcom, hapless manager Will and his unfiltered cousin Shane continue their misadventures running an auto repair shop. Season 2 dives a little deeper,
That's what she said.
testing friendships, family ties, and blue-collar tenacity. It's a hit with audience. Apparently, it is number 2 in the US on the Netflix chart, and it has, as of this writing, a 92% audience score. It debuted on June 5th, but wait, I told you, Arrow Rising says spare tires. Get it? Spare tires. All right, check it out. One more time when you see that gradient on screen, that framework, that's the trailer coming at you. Now, I don't think the trailer does it as much justice as the show, but the trailer's pretty cute. I hope you would agree. Check it out.
Okay, guys, this is Dix and Frankie.
What's up, boys?
This is Shane. He's gonna teach you what it's like working in a real shop.
Big Daddy Shane. Oh, yeah, Big Shane. Hell yeah, boy. Oh, this is Will.
Hell yeah,
Squirrel vibes. That's it. Big time squirrel vibes. Looking, right? Because he's got that.
Hey, stop playing. You heard him. You play too much. So stop playing around. Squirrel vibes, squirrel ass vibes. Shut up.
All right. Let's have a good day.
So good.
You are in safe hands with the team at Valley
There
Foods.
were 2 options.
We've been busier than
there were 2
ever,
options.
and
I
most
went with this one.
importantly, our customers are happy.
We have the lowest prices around. So come on down to Valley Forge Auto. What we should be doing is trashing our competitors. Like National Tire Center, they forgot about 9/11. We didn't. Disgusting. No. I heard they're owned by a private equity firm that also dabbles in child trafficking.
Shane!
Oh shit, my dad's here.
I've been using this testosterone cream. Your penis is gonna fill with blood whether you like it or not.
Why are you back in town?
I think it can help you.
I don't need your help. I got a good job. I got a girlfriend.
I'm so horny.
I think you have the wrong number, but if that guy doesn't answer, call me back.
You like being a mechanic?
I did, but now I don't know.
Vince Vaughn.
Don't you eventually want to move up to manager?
You do not want me to be a manager.
Just wants the place to be successful. Seems like he wants you to be a big part of it.
I'm gonna ruin this.
Shane?
I'm just
Dave, don't be dramatic.
Shout out to Schultz. Schultz, baby.
Can anyone give me an example of non-verbal sexual harassment?
Ew.
That's what she said.
Kind of walked right into that one, huh?
Yeah.
I can see you making that face.
What face?
Shane.
Shane.
No, not you.
Dave, stay off our side.
I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, tires. Let's go. I hope y'all appreciated that. And to Arrow Rising's point in the chat, it is a guy's show. I happen to agree. I don't know that there's a lot of ladies out there that are going to be enjoying this as much. Okay, but it's good. It's good. No, you didn't forget. No, oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, man. When I made the comment about Schultz, I left him off my list. I mentioned all of the people on your list, as a matter of fact. So it's good. It's great. It is your pick of the week.
Testing the game. Oh yeah.
If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor. And I'm so envious because you get to watch it all in one sitting. You get season 1 and season 2 if you haven't seen it. So good, man. I even watched Shane's Netflix stand-up special again last evening just because. I think it's called Beautiful Dogs. So funny. I can't wait for him to put out another special. I think he's great. I think he's brilliant. I enjoy his style and his shtick. He's on a lot of podcasts. He's funny. Funny guy. And I think it's his, I don't know, celebrity-esque that's carrying the weight of the show in the sense of like, I don't know that I would have been inclined to watch it had he not been involved. So just shout out to him, and I think his humor bleeds through, but everybody on the show and the writers and the directors are doing a great job. Tires, I can't wait for season 3. Bang. And I agree, and Arrow Rising, you say season 2 is better. I happen to agree. I think season 2 is better.
You just keep getting better and better.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the movie series review. Coming up next, and this is where I lose so many of y'all, sadly, we do a live reading of The Witcher. So hang out with me. I'm going to change up the live. We're going to make it a vibe, and we'll get into it, all right? So without further ado, go on and do that for him, right? Yeah. All right, let's change the category. Reading and writing. Hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 newbies in here. Arrow Rising says, I will play this every time I'm about to. Go on and do it for me, bro. Please do. You know, I love it. Can't get enough. I won't read the rest of that comment unless you play the soundbite, baby. You got to do it. You probably got the coin to do it. Speaking of coin.
Toss a coin to your witcher, O Valley of Plenty.
Did you? That's a shame. I don't know what the delay is between playing it and not. Oh, I see that you did play it in my activity feed. Stole 300 coins. God damn. Sound like this, huh? We're robbing you. That's what I get for subscribing. Hey, big facts. You know, sadly, it's the one thing that I didn't testing the game.
We testing the game.
You try.
Oh,
you
yeah.
try to prepare all week. See, y'all, this was fun. Damn it, Arrow Rising. Damn it. Let me see if I can't play something and see if it works. And then if it doesn't, then we know shit's bad. This is the problem. It's like you have to test every single thing every time. Let's see what this does. Damn. That's Heartbreak Hotel right there. I'm sorry, dude. Yep. All right, nobody redeem any more sound alerts. Not bad, trying to beat it. That sucks. That sucks so bad, man. What's funny is I haven't made any changes. Sound alerts, monitoring output, everything's there. Everything's there, man. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like when the Stream Deck died on us and shit. You know what I'm saying? Terribly frustrating. The only way that I know how to fix that is to like kill the OBS and bring it back online, and I just can't afford to do that. So, what if Mom, don't go redeeming anything. It's not gonna work, sadly. Yeah, I know. Let's see if I can't refresh it. Oh, yeah, see there's an error there. Y'all seeing that on screen? There's some kind of error. And then if I refresh it, yeah. So, it's a no-go. Arrow Rising says, no changes, just racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. Good one. Don't go redeeming anything. Immediately redeems. Yeah, she did. She did that. Yeah. Hey, she's getting lit.
Her name is Chucha. She's getting lit up in the chat.
All right, I know, and I know you hate it, Mom, because you use it. You use these sound alerts, and I love you for doing it. But it feels like we're not gonna be able to use the sound alerts this stream, and I don't know the reason. Hey, Fat Cat! Hey, welcome to the chat! First time chatter, ladies and gentlemen. Fat Cat in the house. Shout out to you. Fat Cat, if you want to do us a favor, man, go on and hit that follow button, baby. We'd love for you to be a follower. Arrow Rising says, I have to drone a house down the street one more time anyways, waiting for the sun to break through. Just need 20 minutes. Well, listen, we could read the book in the next 20 minutes. Fat Cat, if you're just joining us, we're about to do a live reading of The Witcher. Maybe you're interested. Maybe it's because we changed the category. I don't know. But thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Far too kind.
We were working out some technical difficulties, sadly. The sound redemptions don't work. But I got something for you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, for Fat Cat, we gonna toss him a coin.
Toss a coin to your witcher, O Valley of Plenty, O Valley of Plenty.
All right, let's keep this thing moving. For Fat Cat and anyone else that's joining this stream this week, don't worry. I'm gonna give you a recap before we begin the reading. So here you go. Coming up is your Witcher recap.
Toss a coin.
You mentioned coin.
Your Witcher recap.
We have been at the Mages Conclave for the last 3 to 5 weeks. All right, it's long. We only read so many pages in a sitting, and so it's gonna take a while for us to get through book 2, but that's okay. My gripe, as I've shared with you all every week just about, is that the author hasn't given us any solid stopping points. I know. What I would much prefer is that we're able to read through an entire chapter and then we can stop and start a new one, but it just doesn't work out that way. So here we are, we're at the Mages Conclave. So last week, Geralt and the character Philippa, who is an enchantress or a mage of sorts, were in conversation, and one of the things that came up was apparently that Philippa and Geralt have a bit of a history in the sense that there was a mage, another mage, who was pursuing Ciri, Princess Ciri of Cintra. And I guess Philippa knew who the mage was previously and didn't tell Geralt. And so he was none too pleased by that. And so they acknowledge that in this little conversation that they're having at the banquet. But Philippa says to Geralt, well, it's time for me to be absolved. I'll tell you who Rhaenys is tomorrow. So I don't know why we have to wait until tomorrow, but we will. And then there's some other mages. As a matter of fact, Chucha says, the witch is a bitch, as a matter of fact. What's her name?
Her name is Chucha. She's getting lit up in the chat.
So Philippa and Geralt are having conversation, then some other mages come up, and for some reason, all of these broads are very scantily dressed. That's what she said. Okay? They're all very flirtatious. They're all very catty. It just is what it is. And at the end of our reading last week for us, Miss Yennefer returned. Yes, she did. So Yennefer is back. Bang! Shout out to her. And I don't know what's about to happen. And Yennefer, as we know, is Geralt's love interest, partner of sorts, if I could say that. And she is like a top tier mage. We learned that in recent weeks as well. So we're still at the Mages Conclave. We're still at this banquet. A lot of stuff happening. That was your recap.
You mentioned coin. What's your recap?
All right. Fat Cat says, nice background music, by the way. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Far too kind.
I appreciate that. Tell me if you dig this. We have a tradition on this show. You'll notice that behind me it's purple background, and because the book cover is purple, it kind of works. But for the Witcher theme, we like to change it up just to give it a vibe, so this is how we do that. If you know, you know. Undertaker's my favorite wrestler of all time, and when he makes his way down to the ring, eventually he throws his hands up and the lights change, and so we try to time it with his theme music. Here we go. Not bad. Not bad. All right. And then also on brand, and again, I'm so sorry that we don't have the channel points, Mom. I know. Hey, Fat Cat says, hey, not awful. Not awful. Thank you so much. Fat Cat 16, do we know each other, or is this just a random pop in? Either way, appreciate you being here. I'm just curious if you happen to be somebody that I know and perhaps know and love outside of Twitch. Random. Oh, Rando! Bang! Well, you know what? That means even more. Once again, thank you so much for being here.
Far too kind.
We've got something special if you hit the follow button, and you're not obligated, but costs you nothing. You know what I'm saying? And there you go. But we've got a button we like to press when we get a new follower, but there you go. Speaking of buttons to press, another tradition. Before we begin our reading, we once again toss a coin to our Witcher.
Toss a coin to your Witcher, oh Valley of Plenty, oh Valley of Plenty, oh.
All right, so now we're gonna find a pickup spot and go from there. The idea is that we're gonna find where Miss Yennefer comes back into scene. Here we are. All right. So Marty is one of these other witches or mages that we've been talking to, and that's who. You know what? All right, let's do it like that. Marty Sodergren, as a matter of fact. Get comfy, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Must we talk shop? Oh, have you left me a little caviar? How kind of you. Careful, chorused Kiera and the Witcher. It's an illusion. So it is, said Marty Sodergren, leaning over and wrinkling her nose, after which she picked up a goblet and looked at the traces of crimson lipstick on it. Ah, Philippa Eilhart, I should have known. Who else would have dared to do something so brazen? That revolting snake, did you know that she spies for Vizimir of Redania? and is a nymphomaniac?
That's what she said.
Risked the Witcher. Marty and Kira snorted in unison. Is that what you were counting on? Fawning over her and flirting with her? Asked the seductress. If so, you ought to know. Someone's played a mean trick on you. Philippa lost her taste for men some time ago. But perhaps you're really a woman, asked Kira Metz, pouting her glistening lips. Perhaps you're only pretending to be a man, my fellow master of magic. To remain incognito? Do you know, Marty, he confessed a moment ago that he likes to pretend. He likes to and knows how to, smiled Marty spitefully. Right, Geralt? A while back, I saw you pretending to be hard of hearing and unable to understand the elder speech. He has endless vices, said Yennefer coldly. Yennefer has entered the chat once more. Walking over and imperiously linking arms with the Witcher. He has practically nothing but vices. You're wasting your time, ladies. So it would seem, agreed Marty Sodergren, still smiling spitefully. Here's hoping you enjoy the party then. Come on, Kira. Let's have a goblet of something, alcohol-free. Perhaps I'll also decide to have a try tonight. He exclaimed once they'd gone. Right on time, Yen. Thank you. You're thanking me? Not sincerely, I should imagine. There are precisely 11 women in this hall flashing their tits through transparent blouses. I leave you for just half an hour and I catch you talking to 2 of them. Tell him, Yen. Yennefer broke off and looked at the fish-shaped dish. And eating illusions, she finished. Oh, Geralt, come with me. I can introduce you to several people who are worth knowing. Would one of them be Vilgefortz? Interesting, said the enchantress, squinting. That you should ask about him. Yes, Vilgefortz would like to meet you and talk to you. I warn you that the conversation may appear banal and frivolous, but don't let that deceive you. Vilgefortz is an expert, exceptionally intelligent old hand. I don't know what he wants from you, but stay vigilant. I will, he sighed. But I can't imagine your wily old fox is capable of surprising me. Not after what I've been through here. I've been mauled by spies and jumped by endangered reptiles and ermines. I've been fed non-existent caviar. Nymphomaniacs with no interest in men have questioned my manhood. I've been threatened with rape on a hedgehog, menaced by the prospect of pregnancy, and even an orgasm, but one without any of the rightful movements. Ugh. Have you been drinking? A little wine from Sidaris, but there was probably an aphrodisiac in it. Yen, are we going back to Loxia after the conversation with Vilgefortz? No, we aren't. I beg your pardon. I want to spend the night in Aretuza. With you. An aphrodisiac, you say? In the wine? How fascinating.
That's what she said.
Looks like Miss Yennefer wants to get it on. All right. Oh heavens, sighed Yennefer, stretching and throwing a thigh over the Witcher's. Oh heavens. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're fucking. Oh heavens? That's not, it's fine. I guess it's like, oh God. Let's try that again. Oh heavens, sighed Yennefer, stretching and throwing a thigh over the Witcher's. Oh heavens, I haven't made love for so long, for so very long. Geralt disentangled his fingers from her curls without responding. Firstly, her statement might have been a trap. He was afraid there might be a hook hidden in the bait. Secondly, he didn't want to wipe away with words the taste of her delight, which was still on his lips. I haven't made love to a man who declared his love to me, and to whom I declared my love for a very long time, she murmured a moment later, when it was clear the Witcher wasn't taking the bait. I forgot how wonderful it can be. Oh heavens. She stretched even more vigorously, reaching out with her arms and seizing the corners of the pillow in both hands, so that her breasts, now flooded in the moonlight, took on curves that made themselves felt as a shudder in the Witcher's lower back. He hugged her, and they both lay still, spent, their ardor cooled. Ardor. I'll write that one down. Outside their chamber, cicadas chirped, and from far off, quiet voices and laughter could also be heard, testimony that the banquet still wasn't over, in spite of the late hour. Geralt? Yes, Yen? Tell me about the conversation with Vilgefortz. Now? I'll tell you in the morning. Right now, if you please. He looked at the writing desk in the corner of the chamber. On it were various books and other objects which the novice, who had been temporarily rehoused to accommodate Yennefer and Loxia, had been unable to take with her. A plump rag doll in a ruffled dress, lovingly placed to lean up against the books and crumpled from frequent cuddling, was also there. She didn't take the doll, he thought, to avoid exposing herself to her friends, teasing in Loxia dormitory. She didn't take her doll with her, and she probably couldn't fall asleep without it tonight. The doll stared at him with button eyes. He looked away. When Yennefer had introduced him to the chapter, he'd observed the sorcerer's elite. Forgive me, it's confusing. When Yennefer had introduced him to the chapter of mages, he observed the sorcerer's elite intently. The lead mages. Tough name, ready? Hen Gadimith only gave him a tired glance. It was apparent the banquet had already exhausted the old man. Artaud Terranova bowed with an ambiguous grimace, shifting his eyes from him to Yennefer, but immediately became serious when he realized others were watching him. The blue elven eyes of Francesca Findabair were as inscrutable and hard as glass. The Daisy of the Valleys smiled when he was introduced to her. That smile, although incredibly beautiful, filled the Witcher with dread. During the introductions, Tissia de Vries, although apparently preoccupied with her steves and jewelry, which seemed to require endless straightening, smiled at him considerably less beautifully, but with considerably more sincerity. And it was Tissia who immediately struck up a conversation with him, referring to one of his noble Witcher deeds, which he, incidentally, could not recall and suspected she had invented. And then Vilgefortz joined the conversation. Vilgefortz of Roggenveen, a sorcerer of imposing stature, with noble and beautiful features and a sincere and honest voice. Geralt knew he could expect anything from people who looked like that. They spoke briefly, sensing plenty of anxious eyes on them. Yennefer looked at the Witcher, a young sorceress with friendly eyes constantly trying to hide the bottom of her face behind a fan was looking at Vilgefortz. They exchanged several conventional comments, after which Vilgefortz suggested they continue their conversation in private. It seemed to Geralt that Tissia de Vries was the only person surprised by this proposition. "Have you fallen asleep, Geralt?" muttered Yennefer, shaking him out of his musings. "You're meant to be telling me about the conversation." The doll looked at him from the writing desk with its button gaze. He looked away. As soon as he entered... Oh, here we go. "As soon as we entered the cloister," he began a moment later. "That girl with the strange face." "Lydia van Brendenfort, Vilgefortz's assistant." "Yes, that's right, you said. Just a meaningless person. So, when we entered the cloister, that meaningless person stopped, looked at him, and asked him something. Telepathically. It wasn't an indiscretion. Lydia can't use her voice. I guessed as much, because Vilgefortz didn't answer her using telepathy. He replied, Yes, Lydia, that's a good idea, answered Vilgefortz. Let's take a walk through the Gallery of Glory. You'll have the opportunity to take a look at the history of magic, Geralt of Rivia. I have no doubt that you're familiar with it. But now you'll have the chance to become acquainted with its visual history, too. If you're a connoisseur of painting, please don't be horrified. Most of them are the work of enthusiastic students of Aretuza. Lydia, be so good as to lighten the gloom around here a little. Lydia van Brendefort passed her hand through the air, and it immediately became lighter in the corridor. The first painting showed an ancient sailing craft being hurled around by whirlpools among reefs protruding from the surf. A man in white robes stood on the prow of the ship, his head encircled by a bright halo. The first landing, guessed the Witcher. Indeed, Vilgefortz confirmed. The ship of Outcast. Jan Becker is bending the power of his will. He calms the waves, proving that magic need not be evil or destructive, but may save lives. Did that event really take place? I doubt it, smiled the sorcerer. It's more likely that during the first journey and landing, Becker and the others were hanging over the side, vomiting bile. After the landing, which, by a strange twist of fate, was successful, he was able to overcome the power. Let's go on. Here we see Jan Becker once more, forcing water to gush from the rock in the very spot where the first settlement was established. And here, if you please, Becker, surrounded by settlers, he drives away the clouds and holds back a tempest to save the harvest. And here, what event is shown in this painting? The identification of the chosen ones. Becker and Giambattista put the children of the settlers through a magical test as they arrived in order to reveal sources. The selected children were taken away from their parents and brought to Mirth, the first seat of the mages. Right now, you're looking at a historical moment. As you see, all the children are terrified, and only that determined brown-haired girl is holding a hand out to Giambattista with a completely trusting smile. She became the famous Agnes of Glanville, the first woman to ever become an enchantress. The woman behind her is her mother. You can see sadness in her expression. And this crowd scene? The Novigrad Union. Becker, Giambattista, and Monk are concluding a pact with rulers, priests, and druids. A pact of non-aggression, codifying the separation of magic and state. Dreadful kitsch, let's go on. Here we see Geoffrey Monk setting off upon the Pontar, which at the time was still called Avon y Pont Arguenelin, the river of alabaster bridges. Monk sailed to Lochmune to persuade the elves there to adopt a group of source children who were to be taught by elven sorcerers. It may interest you to know that among those children was a little boy who came to be known as Gerhard of Ale. You met him a moment ago. That little boy is now called Hen Gademith. This, said the Witcher, looking at the sorcerer, is just calling out for a battle scene. After all, several years after Monk's successful expedition, the forces of Marshal Rupnik of Tredogor... Tough words, ladies and gentlemen. After all, several years after Monk's successful expedition, the forces of Marshal Rapnek of Trodogor carried out a program in Lochmune and Est Hamlet, killing all the elves regardless of age or sex, and a war began, ending with the massacre at Sherwood. And your impressive knowledge of history, Vilgefortz smiled once again, will remind you, however, that no sorcerer of any note took part in those wars, for which reason the subject did not inspire any of the novices to paint a work to commemorate it. Let's move on. Very well. What event is shown in this canvas? Oh, I know, it's Rafford the White, reconciling the feuding kings and putting an end to the 6 Years' War. And here we have Rafford refusing to accept the crown, a beautiful, noble gesture. Do you think so? Smiled Vilgefortz, tilting his head. Well, in any case, it was a gesture with the weight of precedent behind it. Rafford did, however, accept the position of first advisor, so became the de facto ruler since the king was an imbecile. "The Gallery of Glory," muttered the Witcher, walking up to the next painting. "And what do we have here?" The historical moment when the first chapter was installed and the law enacted. From the left, you see seated Herbert Strammerford, Aura Henson, Ivo Reichardt, Agnes of Glanville, Geoffrey Monk, and Radomir Tor Carned. This, if I'm to be honest, also cries out for a battle scene to complete it. For soon after, those who refused to acknowledge the chapter and submit to the law were wiped out in a brutal war. Rafford the White died, among others, but historical treaties remain silent about it so as to not spoil a beautiful legend. And here? Yes, a novice probably painted this, and a very young one at that. Undoubtedly, it's an allegory after all. I'd call it an allegory of triumphant womanliness, air, water, earth, fire, and 4 famous enchantresses, all masters at wielding the forces of those elements. Agnes of Glanville, Aurora Henson, Nina Fioravanti, and Clara Larissa de Winter. Look at the next and more effective painting. Here you also see Clara Larissa opening the Academy for Girls here, in the building where we now stand. And those are portraits of renowned Aretusa graduates. This shows a long history of triumphant womanhood and the growing feminization of the profession. Jana of Morville, Nora Wagner, her sister, Augusta, Jada Glevesig, Letitia Charbonneau, Ileana Lauentil, Clara Dementia Cress, Yolante Suarez, April Wenher, and the only surviving one, Tissia DeVries. Ladies and gentlemen, there's an ad break starting in about 2 minutes. Speaking of ad breaks, we can stop right here and pick it up next week. It feels like we're in the Hall of History with old Geralt and this old mage. Chucha, are you still there, darling? Let me know.
Choo-choo, 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 choo-choo.
And Fat Cat, if you're still there, matter of fact, I may have something for you, Fat Cat. Come on, that's kind of funny. Fat Cat. Chucha Barber says, "What a bunch of crazy names." You said it, sister. My goodness. Imagine me. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job this week, though, huh? Shout out to me.
We're testing the game.
I'll let you in on a little secret. Sometimes I make it up. Y'all don't know the difference. Y'all don't know the difference. I mean, did you know that some of those is letters? My goodness. Finn got over and looked at the phone. That's so sweet. So Finn is my mom's cat. Aww. So I could play the sound again for her if you want. Let's do that, just because. There you go, Finn. That's for you, darling. All right. Mom, you want me to read another half page or so, or are we donezo? Talk to me. And I'm so sorry that you can't use the sound alerts. God damn it. I swear, I check this shit every time. If you turn, it's just the way it is. Bummer. Chucha says, she does not know what to do about that, and yes. All right, cool. Then without further ado, sadly, I think we lost Fat Cat. Oh. That's all right. Thank you again for tuning in. If ever you should see this, we appreciate you. All right, toss a coin and we'll keep on trucking.
Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty.
All right. Yeah, this'll do, right, guy? Try. They continued. The silk of Lydia Van Bredenfort's dress whispered softly, and the whisper contained a menacing secret. And that? Geralt stopped. What is that dreadful scene? The martyrdom of the sorcerer Radmir, flayed alive during the Falca rebellion. In the background burns the town of Mirth, which Falca had ordered to be consumed by flame. I'm not sure who's reading. There's no mention. I'll just read it in Geralt's voice. For which act Falca herself was soon consumed by flame at the stake. That is a widely known fact. Temerian and Redanian children still play at Burning Falca on Sovin's Eve. Let's go back so that you may see the other side of the gallery. I see that you have a question. I'm wondering about the chronology. That's not the way you pronounce that word. Let's try that again. Chronology, dog. Come on. I'm wondering about the chronology. I know naturally how elixirs of youth work, but the simultaneous appearance of living people and long dead ones in these paintings. You mean you're astonished that you met Hen Gademith and Tissia de Vries at the banquet, but Becker, Agnes of Glanville, Stammerfort, or Nina Fivriani, they're not with us. No, I know you're not immortal. What is death? Interrupted Vilgefortz. To you. The end. The end of what? Existence. It seems to me we've moved from art history to philosophy. Nature doesn't know the concept of philosophy, Geralt of Rivia. The pathetic, ridiculous attempts which people undertake to try to understand nature are typically termed philosophy. The results of such attempts are also considered philosophy. It's as though a cabbage tried to investigate the cause and effects of its existence, called the result of these reflections an eternal and mysterious conflict between head and root, and considered rain an unfathomable causation of power. We sorcerers don't waste time puzzling out what nature is. We know what it is, for we are nature ourselves. Do you understand? I'm trying to, but please, talk more slowly. Don't forget you're talking to a cabbage. Good one. Have you ever wondered what happened when Becker forced the water to gush from the rock? It's generally put very simply. Becker tamed the power. He forced the element to be obedient. He subdued nature. Controlled it. What is your relation to women, Geralt? I beg your pardon? Lydia van... Oh, excuse me, this is a narrator. Lydia van Bredefort turned with a whisper of silk and froze in anticipation. Geralt saw she was holding a wrapped-up painting under one arm. He had no idea where the picture had come from, since Lydia had been empty-handed a moment before. The amulet around his neck vibrated faintly. Vilgefortz smiled. I inquired, he repeated, as to your views concerning the relationship between men and women. Regarding what respect of that relationship? Can obedience, in your opinion, be forced upon women? I'm talking about real women, of course, not just the female of the species. Can a real woman be controlled, overcome, made to surrender your will, and if so, how? Answer me. The ragdoll didn't take her eyes off them. Yennefer looked away. Did you answer? Yes, I did. With her left hand, the enchantress squeezed his elbow, and with her right, squeezed his fingers, which were touching her breasts. How? You surely know. Come on! Mom, I could keep going. I just want to make sure that we're in this thing together, you know what I'm saying? I think it's just the two of us. And I know you can't toss any coin. But Geralt's a player, man. Let's do just a little bit more. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
And we'll go from there. Chooch is here. Let's do it.
Choo choo, choo choo, choo choo, choo choo.
I just can't seem to get 100% comfortable. Here we go. You've understood, said Vilgefortz a moment later. And you've probably always understood. And thus you will also understand that if the concept of will and submission, of commands and obedience, and of male ruler and servant woman will perish and disappear, then unity will be achieved. A community merging into a single entity will be achieved and will be as one. And if something like that were to occur, death would lose its meaning. Jan Becker, who was water gushing from the rock, is present there in the banqueting hall. To say that Becker died is like saying that water has died. Look at the painting. Geralt looked. I'm not sure who's talking. It's fine. Geralt looked. It's unusually beautiful, he said after a moment. At once, he felt a slight vibration. Oh, it's Geralt. God damn it. It's unusually beautiful, he said after a moment. At once, he felt a slight vibration in his Witcher's medallion. Lydia, smiled Vilgefortz, thanks for your acknowledgement, and I congratulate you on your taste. The landscape depicts the meeting between Cregan of Laud and Laura Doran Ib Shithal. It's the way it reads, folks. Not shithall, but she-eyed hall, perhaps. Let's try that again. Lydia, smiled Vilgefortz, thanks for your acknowledgement, and I congratulate you on your taste. The landscape depicts the meeting between Cregan of Laud and Laura Doran Ib Shadehal, the legendary lovers torn apart and destroyed by the time of contempt. He was a sorcerer and she was an elf, one of the elite of the Ain Sevhern, or the Knowing Ones. What might have been the beginning of reconciliation was transformed into tragedy. I know that story. I always treated it as a fairy tale. What really happened? That, said the sorcerer, becoming serious, nobody knows. I mean, almost nobody. Lydia, hang up your picture over there. Geralt, have a look at another of Lydia's impressive works. It's a portrait of Laura Doran Ib Shadehal taken from an ancient miniature. Congratulations, said the Witcher, bowing to Lydia van Bredenfort, finding it hard to keep his voice from quivering. It's a true masterpiece. His tone didn't quiver, although Laura Doran Ib Shadehal looked at him from the portrait with Ciri's eyes. What happened after that? Lydia remained in the gallery. The two of us... Oh, excuse me. I see what's happening. I think it's Yennefer. What happened after that? Let me just pause for a second. Imagine me, right? I'm trying to read to y'all, I'm trying to get these voices right, and there's no indication of who is talking. That sucks. I should go through and highlight. It's a whole thing. What happened after that? Lydia remained in the gallery. The two of us went out onto the terrace, and he enjoyed himself at my expense. This way, Geralt, if you would. Step only on the dark slabs, please. The sea roared below, and the Isle of Thanedd stood in the white foam of the breakers. The waves broke against the walls of Loxia, directly beneath them. Loxia sparkled with lights, as did Aretuza. The stone block of Garstang towering above them was black and lifeless, however. Tomorrow, said the sorcerer, following the Witcher's gaze, the members of the chapter and the council will don their traditional robes, the flowing black cloaks and pointed hats known to you from ancient prints. We will also arm ourselves with long wands and staves, thus resembling the wizards and witches parents frighten children with. That is tradition. We will go up to Garstang in the company of several other delegates, and there, in a specially prepared chamber, we will debate. The other delegates will await our return and our decisions in Aretuza. Are the smaller meetings in Garstang, behind closed doors, also traditional? But of course, it's a long tradition and one which has come about through practical considerations. Gatherings of mages are known to be tough word. Tempestus. Tough one. But of course, it's a long and traditional one, and which has come about through practical consideration. Gatherings of mages are known to be tempestuous and have led to very frank exchanges of views. During one of them, ball lightning damaged Nina Fivorante's coiffure and dress. Nina reinforced the walls of Garstang with an incredibly powerful aura and an anti-magic blockade, which took her a year to prepare. From that day on, no spells have worked in Garstang, and the discussions have proceeded altogether more peacefully, particularly when it is remembered to remove all bladed weapons from the delegates. I see. And that solitary tower on the very summit above Garstang, what is it? Some kind of important building? It is Tor Lara, the Tower of Gulls, a ruin. Is it important? It probably is. Probably. The sorcerer leaned on the banisters. According to Elvish tradition, Tor Lara is connected by a portal to the mysterious, still undiscovered Tor Zerial, the Tower of Swallows. According to tradition, you haven't managed to find the portal? I don't believe you. You're right not to. We discovered the portal, but it was unnecessary. You're right not to. We discovered the portal, but it was necessary to block it. There were protests. Everyone was itching to conduct experiments. Everyone wanted the fame of being the first to discover Tor Zerial, the mythical seat of elven mages and sages. But the portal is irreversibly warped and transports people chaotically. There were casualties, so it was blocked up. Let's go, Geralt. It's getting cold. Carefully. Only walk on the dark slabs. Why only the dark slabs? These buildings are ruins. Damp, erosion, strong winds, the salt air, they all have disastrous effects on the walls. Repairs would cost too much, so we make use of illusion instead of workmen. Prestige, you understand. It doesn't apply to everything. The sorcerer waved a hand, and the terrace vanished. They were standing over a precipice, over an abyss bristling far below with the teeth of rocks jutting from the foam. They were standing on a narrow belt of dark slabs, stretched like a tightrope between the rocky ledge of Aretuza and the pillar holding up the terrace. Geralt had difficulty keeping his balance. Had he been a man and not a witcher, he would have failed, but even he was rattled. His sudden movement could not have escaped the attention of the sorcerer, and his reaction must also have been visible. The wind rocked him on the narrow footbridge, and the abyss called to him with a sinister roaring of the waves. "You're afraid of death," noted Vilgefortz with a smile. "You are afraid, after all."
Oh, Valley of Plenty, oh, Valley of Plenty.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and change those lights. Well done. And if you would, take us back to the live. And how about that? No videos to speak of. I usually get that wrong, so well done to us. Ladies and gentlemen, what a show we had, huh?
Thank you.
We did that. You just says thank you, Ryan. No, darling, thank you, baby.
Thank you. Far too kind.
Her name is Chucha. She's getting lit up in the chat.
But it was fun, it was cute. I hope y'all had a good time. We had a new chatter in the house. Shout out to Fat Cat one time. Bang! We also had a couple of new subscriptions. I'm still very disappointed about the sound alerts. Darn it. Let me change this category. We're just chatting. Boom and boom. Oh, it never works the first time. It's okay. There we go. All right, we're back. So, we had a cool movie series review, we had the movie preview game, Arrow Rising back on top. we also unboxed Oscar the Oyster and Rusty the Redfish. Huh? How awesome is this? And once again, if you don't currently have your own copy, you can order it right now on Amazon. And we'll do some more promo. We also debuted a song, and I tell you what, I'll throw up the artwork. That's R&B. Look at little R&B.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, believe me, or rather being myself. Remix. Available on YouTube. It's only available on YouTube, sadly, because of those copyrights and shit like that. So I'm gonna let it ride in the outro, so you'll get a little bit more of that song in just a second. But thank you all for your support. I appreciate you. We having fun with it. We testing the game. And yeah, that's it. One more thing to mention, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow in the United States is Father's Day. Yeah. So of course I'm gonna call him tomorrow, but I wanna give a special shout out one time to my daddy, Russ Barber. Love you, man. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. You're far too kind.
So I'll call you tomorrow and we'll do it properly that way. Chucha says the unboxing was awesome. Chill. So yeah, we got a new segment. It's called The Box Office. You get it? Box office, movies, boxes, you get it. Chucha says, package also just arrived, gotta go rap. Bang, well thank you for doing that. Thank you so much.
Far too kind.
Fedne was in the chat, Joan Roa was in the chat. Man, we had a great show. Poor Federico, Shadow 1311.
Federico.
Gotta work, Brody. You gotta work. But thanks for showing up. Thank you again for your subscription, man. Yeah. And I think that's it. We had a good show. Oh, last week we also gave away a prize. We'll acknowledge that one more time. We were on the road to 75. Shout out to Wody 77.
I was running through the 6 with my walk. You know how that shit go.
So that's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. We give away prizes. We give away all kinds of things. So Wody's gonna get a copy of Oscar the Oyster, and she's also going to the movies. All right. Looking forward to the next opportunity to give away some prizes. Right now, the objectives are 100 followers and 20 subscribers. Those will be the next milestones, at least on the show. You never know, though. We might do something special at 80. Who knows? We'll just tune in, find out. But thank you all so much for rocking with me. I appreciate y'all.
Far too kind.
And I think that's it. I wish you all a great rest of your Saturday. And one more time to all the proud papas out there, happy Father's Day from me to you, baby. Shit. That's it. So thank you again for tuning in. I don't know if we'll do this again next week. Maybe not. One of these days, but we'll be back together soon. I promise. I love y'all from the bottom. Thanks for rocking with me. Enjoy the outro. We testing the game. See you next time.
Oh yeah.
Peace.
Myself, weed making my mind melt. Twitch streamer, bitch, yeah, I know just how Kai felt. My chick super bad, pussy wetter than Mike Phelps. So at a rush like she pledging for tri-delts. Girl, I'm 101, I, me, and just myself. Beyonce always, no Destiny's Child. I'm just me, and I can't be nothing, just me. And you can't do nothing, trust me. Be yourself, man, no one else, man. If I can't do it, no one else can. Put it on your girl body like it's self-tan. Seen the booty from the front, turn around, goddamn.